The battle was coming to an end. 1,500 dreadnoughts were in siege mode, conducting orbital bombardment on the planet below, turning all its space defense structures into dust and preparing landing zones for the Space Marines. A few hundred lumbering battleships were covering the heavy siege ships, while the faster assault and strategic cruisers, together with the interceptors, happily raced through the star system after the remnants of the enemy armada. All the other allies were out collecting trophies. There was such an abundance of valuable loot this time, it stretched as far as the eye could see. All visible space was carpeted in fragments of broken ships. I took off my headphones and moved my chair away from the computer desk. I was still so excited from the massive space battle that my hands were shaking. There were thousands of players on each side. I went to take a sip from my beer can. Damn, it's empty already. When had I had time to down a half-liter of beer? I had to tear myself from my chair, stand up, and hobble over to the kitchen fridge. There wasn't any more of my favorite local unfiltered beer. The best I could do was a bottle of dark Czech beer at the bottom of the vegetable drawer, left there 2 weeks earlier by a group of old college buddies. It reminded me of my younger days, when my friend Pavel used to buy a whole crate of beer that we could never finish. It's not my favorite kind of beer, but it's still a bit better than average. As usual, the opener wasn't where it should have been in the box on the table, so I had no choice but to open the bottle with a fork before taking a foamy swig so cold it hurt my teeth. Praise the Lord. I walked over to the window. There were some lights hanging from the curtain rod left over from a New Year's party. New Year's was 3 weeks ago at that point, so the decorations should have been down already. All the same, for the 100th time, I was just not feeling up to standing on a stool and climbing up on the windowsill. I looked out at the street. Winter had come in all its darkness. A cold wind whistled as it swept its way up the street. It was just past 6 in the morning, and the cold black sky wasn't even offering a hint of the coming sunrise. I looked into the cold haze out my window and held back a yawn. I'd had to wake up with my alarm clock this morning at 3:30 a.m., then spend a whole hour gathering half-sleeping soldiers for the CTA, call to arms, that had been announced yesterday, and sneak our whole assault fleet between 2 stellar regions to the site of the grand battle. The unexpected arrival of our fleet on the battlefield brought chaos to the ranks of our numerically superior enemy. We attacked immediately, even though they outnumbered us 12-1. We took advantage of the opportunity and got into battle formation, targeting a pre-prepared list of enemy commanders we knew to be talented as we regrouped. Our plan went off without a hitch. The enemy commanders were sent to medical centers for respawn, which effectively took them out of the game for a while. All they could do was swear pointlessly in chat or try to awkwardly manage their troops through video from allied streamers. They had been deprived of the ability to react in a responsive manner to the quickly changing situation.